Yes, solid state chemistry is supposed to be that branch of physical sciences in which we consider the value of crystallinity as well as amorphous nature of all the fundamental particles or all the various type of particles which are present in their nature. In case of solid state, we have to consider or we have to study about the type of lattice orientation of all the crystalline particles in terms of their various shapes, like that of simple cubic lattice, body centered, and so many type of hexagonal type of lattice structure. Actually, in case of solid state, all the material particles have tendency to get attracted towards one another by a various type of forces, like that of ionic forces, Coulombic forces, van der Waals, and various type of metallic forces are to be held in between various type of solid constituent, various solid constituent. So that in case of solid particles or in case of solid state, we have to consider the various type of forces which gets held in between solid materials to get show their rigidness as well as stiffness in nature. In case of solid state, we also consider the type of the type of physical strength and physical properties based on their rigidness, stiffness, and arrangement of all in their respective crystalline nature. As we consider the classification of solids, the solids can be classified on the basis of their crystallinity as crystalline as well as amorphous. So first we consider about crystalline substances. The crystalline substances are supposed to be those type of substances which have their unique value of physical as well as chemical properties. That means all the crystalline substances, like that of metals, have fixed value of boiling as well as melting point, and these are supposed to be a type of true solids because these have a regular arrangement of all the constituent particles in their lattice element. All the crystalline substances are supposed to be long range order type of particles because in that all the crystalline elements are be present in a unique pattern with respect to one another. Like that, in case of NaCl, both are the sodium ion and chloride ion has been participated with respect to one another in a long shaped order type. That means NaCl crystal, Na plus ion and Cl minus ion, Na plus ion and Cl minus ion have been participated in a alternate manner with respect to one another, so that these have tendency to form a long range pattern of cations as well as anions in their respective lattice. Crystalline substances are also known as anisotropic in nature. Anisotropy is said to be that property of the matter or that property of solid materials in which all have their distinct chemical properties like refractive index, malleability, thermal strength, tensile strength, and all other properties, which is a specific property for all the type of solid. That means crystalline solids. So that crystalline solids can also be said as unique as well as distinct value of their malleability, ductility, refractive index, and all thermal expansion, etc. So as we consider the amorphous solids, and amorphous solids are supposed to be those type of solids which do not have their rigid as well as unique pattern, because A means no and morphologists, that means which do not have any type of their morphological pattern, are known as amorphous substances. So that amorphous substances are supposed to be those type of substances which do not have any type of regular arrangement of constituent particles in their respective lattice, are known as amorphous substances, like that of glass and silicon particles. So that all the crystalline substances have good conductor of heat and electricity, and all the amorphous substances do not have any ability to conduct an amount of electricity. All the isotropic amorphous elements are supposed to be isotropic in nature because these have similar value of their tensile strength, refractive index, ductility, malleability, and all other properties, because these do not these do not have electron, or if possess electron, then all the electron are present in their tightly and bonded states, so that these are unable to move. So these are known as amorphous substance. As we differentiate the on the basis of properties, on the basis of properties, the arrangement of constituent elements are very regular and gets extended in their three-dimensional form in case of crystalline solids, and there is no any type of regular arrangement in case of amorphous solids. On the basis of geometrical configuration, all the crystalline substances are supposed to be definite type and amorphous are non-definite. That means in case of regular arrangement of all the repeated elements be present inside the crystalline substances and be absent in case of amorphous. The melting point of the crystalline substance are supposed and are actually very sharp, and in case of amorphous substance not be sharp, because crystalline substance have a categorized in terms of their metallic properties, and all metals have definite value of their physical as well as melting point. And in case of amorphous substance like glass, which have unvaried value or not a distinct value of their boiling as well as melting point. All the crystalline substances have tendency to get cleavage with a knife or can be easily and cleanly cut, but in case of amorphous substance which have an irregular cut. In case of compressibility, all the crystalline substances are generally incompressible, whereas amorphous substance have to be gets compressed to some extent. The nature, in case of nature, crystalline substance are supposed to be true solids, and amorphous substances are known as supercooled and pseudo solids like that of glass. These are anisotropic in nature, that means crystallinity of the crystalline substance are supposed to be anisotropic in nature, whereas isotropic in nature, isotropic property is present in amorphous solids. So there are various classification of these substances on the basis of molecular arrangement as well as amount of electrostatic forcing which gets in between solid materials, can be represented as molecular solid, ionic solid, covalent solid and metallic solid, which we discussed on a further analysis, further chapter. So thanks.